Treshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktiri Bhavati Nayistikim Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anantiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I would, since we are in the festivities of celebrating Gaur Purnima, so I would like to glorify Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, okay, and reasons for his appearance, etc. And what I would like to share my screen. Here, yes. So let me share here. And we'll go to a small version to begin with, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. So I'll start with small version. So if possible, I request everybody to sing this version. This is very glorifying Panchatattva, basically. So just repeat after me, just for 2 seconds, 2 minutes, we'll try to glorify our Panchatattva. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. This, I would like to read the Chaitanya Adilila. What is the meaning of what we just recited? Because when we know the meaning what we read, we can have feelings about it. Because sometimes better to read the translation, understand. So translation by Prabhupada KJ Prabhupada explaining the meaning of the shloka. If you are unmute, please repeat after me. All glories to Lord Chaitanya.
All glories to Lord Chaitanya.
All glories to Lord Chaitanya.
All glories to Lord Nityananda.
All glories to Lord Nityananda.
All glories to Advaita Chandra.
All glories to Advaita Chandra.
And all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya.
All
glories to all devotees of Lord Chaitanya.
Since the festivity started last 2-3 days, the Narottam Das Thakur wrote, we all know that Sri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kora More, that is going on my mind for last 2-3 days continuously. How beautifully Narottam Das Thakur sings that bhajan, okay? And our great Acharya Lokanath Swami Maharaj sings so beautifully in several occasions. So if you get a chance, please listen to that these 2-3 days. So what I would like to do today is that, I just want to start from, because always we start from Bhagavad Gita, right? Then we end up in Bhagavatam. So I will start the shloka. So if you have a unmute and repeat after me. Paritranaya sadhunam.
Paritranaya sadhunam.
Vinashaya cha dushkrutam.
Vinashaya cha dushkrutam.
Dharma samsthapanarthaya.
Dharma
Sanstharpanarthaya
Sambhavami yuge yuge
Sambhavami yuge yuge
Paritranaya sadhunam
Pranaya sadhunam
Vinashaya dushkrutam
Vinashaya cha dushkritam
Dharma samsthapanardaya
Dharma samstharpanarthaya
Sambhavami yuge yuge.
Sambhavami yuge yuge.
Okay, translation by Prabhupada teacher.
Sure.
Dear devotees, please repeat after me. To deliver the pious,
To deliver the pious
and to annihilate the miscreants,
And to annihilate
to
them,
annihilate the miscreants,
as well as to re-establish the principles of religion,
as well as to re-establish the principles of religion,
I myself appear,
I
I
myself
myself appear
millennium after millennium.
millennium after millennium.
So here Krishna promises to us that whenever there is a decline in religious principles, and he will come, or his plenary expansions, or his expansion would come and give a proper message at particular time. Okay, so this happened in our Kali Yuga, right? When Krishna, after Dwapara Yuga, he went back and he said in the 18th chapter, Sarva Dharman Parityeja Mamekam Sharanam Raja. Ham Tvanfa Prabhapeja Mokhrayeshami Mashucha. He said that, please forget everything, all dharmas, and surrender to me. I will take care of you and do not fear. But what happened was that he gave that message, powerful message, but that is not properly the execution process has been not shown properly. So, and then Lord went back to his abode and he said, Sarmadharman Parityeja Mahamekam Sharanam Raja, but the Sharana process has been not correctly established. And, God always thinks that I would like to give the best possible solutions for the people to come back to me. And also, God is so merciful that he wants to make the process as easy as possible. Why? Because he knows that our conditioned state, he makes things very easy to come back to his abode. And that's what happened in Kali Yuga, because if you like any other yuga, like Satya Yuga is a huge meditational practices. In the Treta Yuga, huge sacrifices. In Dwapara Yuga, huge elaborate deity worship. When it comes to Kali Yuga, none of them have been practically possible because of the capacity of the human beings in Kali Yuga, right? Very, very, very meager qualities we have. And one of the Bhagavat shlokas explained, what is that? Prayena halpayusha sabhya kala vasmin yuge jana manda sumanda matayo manda bhagyahi vuphatritaha. Kali Yuga is the most fallen out of 4 yugas. Then Lord went back and thinking, what could I do for these people? They are most fallen. All the Naimisharanya, 60,000 sages were assembled, and their whole seminar on the Naimisharanya was, Kali Yuga is going to come, and they are most fallen people. What is the solution, easy solution available for them? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they requested Lord Sri Krishna, what could be the solution? Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Krishna said, okay, I have some reasons. I'm planning to go back. Let me also give the easiest way that people in Kali Yuga can come back to me. Okay, that's what the advent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came into existence. Okay, so I'll just read few third chapter from the Adi Leela. Okay, and what is the reasons for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance? Why he came? And our famous Rupa Goswami Prabhupada writes, who is Krishna? Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? What is the advent? He beautifully puts in one shloka. It's called Namo Mahavat. You can repeat after all of you, please. This is the place, this is a time we have to in the prayerful mood to get the blessings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because most munificent incarnation. And in these days, the mercy is so much available, freely available, by through service, through the preaching, through the hearing Krishna Katha, by reciting this sloka. So everyone please unmute and be participative in this class today. This is a discussion, it's not a class. We are all discussing together. And if you have good points, you can raise up also. That's not a problem, okay? So please unmute your mics. Repeat after me. Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Namo
Mahavadanyaya.
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Namne Gauratvise Namaha.
Namne
Gauratvishe
Namaha.
Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Namne Gauratvise Namaha.
Namne
Gauratvishe
Namaha.
Translation by Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Repeat after me. O most munificent incarnation,
Oh,
O
most
most
beneficent
beneficent incarnation,
you are Krishna himself appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
you
your
are
You
Krishna
are
himself
Krishna himself
appearing
appearing
as
as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani,
you have
You are
You have
assumed
assumed the golden color
color
of
of
Srimati
Srimati
Radharani.
Radharani,
and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna.
and you are
and
widely
you
And you are
are
widely
widely
distributing
pure love
pure love
of
of Krishna.
We offer our respectable obeisances unto you.
we
We
offer
We
offer
offer
our
our
respectful
respectful
obeisances
obeisances unto you.
So this is the shloka we'll be reciting every day when we start our chanting, because our Gaudiya Sampradaya is based upon Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's tenets, right? That is, no Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Only the Krishna Prema has been distributed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Oh, munificent, look at that. Oh, most munificent. Munificent word itself is Mahadanyaya, most munificent. There is none other incarnation in any yugas than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. He is the most munificent, available. Mercy, if you go to Mayapur, mercy available everywhere. Free mercy is available because he is most munificent incarnation. Because he thought, in Dwapara Yuga, I did Bhagavad Gita instructions, but nobody has time in Kali Yuga to follow them. What is the best way I can deliver this condition to souls? That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come for the reasons. There are some external reasons and internal reasons, okay? And he assumed the form of a golden avatar, golden color, Srimati Radharani. There are reasons for that one, okay? We'll discuss maybe next 20-30 minutes what are internal, external reasons and what is the take-home message for us today, okay? We are following this thing. What is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us finally, what no other incarnation could have been given to us, okay? So this chapter 3 is very beautiful, description by His Divine Grace Prabhupada. Okay, so we'll read a few shlokas and few paragraphs and trying to understand the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's position in our Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay, and any volunteers from Mataji Prabhu's want to read the first paragraph so that we can just quickly skim through?
Okay, I can read.
Yes, Prabhuji.
In this chapter, the author has fully discussed the external reasons for the descent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, after displaying his pastimes as Lord Sri Krishna, though thought it wise to make his advent in the form of a devotee, to explain personally the transcendental mellows of reciprocal service and love exchange between himself and his servants, friends, parents, and fiancés. According to the Vedic literature, the foremost occupation duty for humanity in this age of Kali is Nama Sankirtan, or congregation chanting of the holy names of the Lord. The incarnation for this age especially preached process, but only Krishna himself can explain the confidential loving service performed in the 4 principal varieties of loving affairs between the Supreme Lord and his devotees. Lord Krishna therefore personally appeared with his plenary portions as Lord Chaitanya, as stated in this chapter. It was for this purpose that Lord Krishna appeared personally in Navadvip in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Prabhu. So beautiful. Thank you, Prabhu, for reading. So Nama Sankirtana, right? Nama Sankirtan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced Nama Sankirtan. That is called, he's called Sankirtanaika Pitaro. He is the father of the congregational chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And if you look at here, Prabhupada explained beautifully, see, Supreme Lord himself appeared as Lord Chaitanya. Okay, Krishna, on displaying his pastime, thought it was wise to make his advent in the form of a devotee. You know, my spiritual master says, God also has a problem. God has a problem. What kind of problem God has? God is always beloved, but he doesn't know how to love. So that's why he wanted to appear as a devotee, so that he wanted to feel the ecstatic symptoms of the devotees, how a devotee serves him. So especially when Srimati Radharani was serving Krishna constantly at 24/7, he says, what is greatness in me? Why people are attracted to me? I want to feel that ecstatic mood of a devotee. That's why he comes in the form of Srimati Radharani, to feel his own ecstatic symptoms. Okay, here, right, to explain the personally transcendental mellows, reciprocal service, transcendental mellows, we have different mellows how to have relationship with Lord Sri Krishna. Then these were, by the way, these were not clearly given in the Dwapara Yuga. It is like a rules and regulation. This is the code of conduct, you have to follow it. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most motivation incarnation, with out of love, Mahavadanya, he came, I will show example myself as I become a devotee. He started chanting himself. He had a mellows, he always sees in the ecstatic mode of serving the Supreme Lord, and we will know that when he has seen first time Jagannath temple event, he totally became unconscious. So that is the mood he presented to the devotees, how the process has to be taken into consideration of Nama Sankirtana. Because there are rules and regulations for any process you want to follow. But in Kali Yuga, we are all birth, we are all Sutras, Kalo Sutra Sambhava, we are all this. And for that practices, the Nama Sankirtana has been introduced by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this was not any other Yuga. And also Prabhupada writes here that the different Yugas have different preach processes, right? In Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga. But Kali Yuga is the most degraded Yuga. And out of 4 yugas, what is the easiest way that we can reach out to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed with example by himself, Nama Sankirtana is one of the best way process of going. When the Naimisharanya, when Saunakad rishis, right, read and they're waiting for Suta Goswami to arrive, and they're doing a big yajna in Naimisharanya. They're doing a huge yajna for the Kali Yuga is coming. What's the best practice for them to meditate upon that when they're doing a big yajna? And when they heard that the Suta Goswami is coming after hearing Bhagavatam from Sukadeva Goswami, they said, okay, Suta Goswami is coming. We want to hear from him. So what they did, all the Shaunaka rishis, they stopped the yajna. And they stopped yajna and they pretended in such a way that they did not start any yajna. Because if Suta Goswami comes to know that they have been doing yajna and they stopped yajna because of him, he would not feel happy. So to undo that process, they all stopped the yajna, and they're just pretending as if they're waiting for Suta Goswami's arrival. So, and also Prabhupada writes that how important Krishna Katha hearing than doing even a big yajnas. That shows from starting from Dwapara Yuga. So that's what here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emphasizing that how important Nama Sankirtana, hearing Krishna Katha, that has been introduced by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Shaunaka Rishis thought, what is the best process that a Kali Yuga can get it? So then Brihad Naradiya Purana explains beautifully that what is Harir Nama, Maiva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva Katarnyata. In this age of Kali, nothing other than names of Lord Hari protects us. Okay, just by name, Nama Sankirtana is. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emphasized on Nama Sankirtana, congregational chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared himself in the Navadvipa, and he showed that an example. And also there was a lot of years gap between after after Bhagavad Gita and before Mahaprabhu came. There's a huge gap is there. Huge gap is there. And that gap was in such a way that whole Mayavadam has been spread all over the India. Nobody is following principles seriously, especially in the Bengal. It was too much Mayavadam has been spread all over the places. Then, and our Advaita Acharya Prabhu, who is none other than Mahavishnu, he started praying to the Supreme Lord that, we cannot see all the atrocities going in West Bengal and all over the India, then please come back. And that is the reason, one of the reasons why our great Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was invented. And our great Advaita Acharya started worshipping Shaligram Shila with Ganges water with tulsi leaves. And he started praying to the Supreme Lord, please come and save us in this world. Because that's what very Paitrana Sadhuna Vinasishtam. Whenever there is a decline in religious principles, Lord advents horizontal plenary expansions, or he himself comes to save the world. That's what happened after a lot of a gap in between. So that is where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to save the conditioned souls like you and me. Okay, and here Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, and we all know that he started writing this Chaitanya Charitamrita at age of, doesn't remember at what age he started writing? At the age of 96 or 98, he started writing Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Okay, and any volunteer to read the second paragraph?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Go ahead, Mataji.
Krishnadasa Kaviraja has herein presented much authentic evidence from Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures to substantiate the identity of Lord Chaitanya with Sri Krishna himself. He has described bodily symptoms in Lord Chaitanya that are visible only in the person of the Supreme Lord, and he has proved that Lord Chaitanya appeared with his personal associates Sri Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivasa, and other devotees to preach the special significance of chanting Hare Krishna. The appearance of Lord Chaitanya is both significant and confidential. He can be appreciated only by pure devotees and only through the process of devotional service. The Lord tried to conceal his identity as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by presenting himself as a devotee, but his pure devotees could recognize him by his special features. The Vedas and the Puranas foretell the appearance of Lord Chaitanya, but still he is sometimes called significantly the concealed descent of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Concealed.
Prabhuji, I actually had I had a question regarding this, which I wanted to ask you later, and I will ask you later.
Sure.
If it's not explained by you in this, like here, because that was one of my questions which was coming up.
Sure. Concealed, we all know that. Concealed, cryptic. These are the words in English: concealed, cryptic, or confidential. Concealed incarnation. It's called Charnavatar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he never showed any symptoms of Lord Sri Krishna except 2-3 people. Right? If you visit Jagannath Puri, in Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's house, we can see Tribangi form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Ramachandra, Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he's a concealed, he's an avatar. He never revealed anyone. Okay. And also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not come alone. It's like a drama troupe. For example, a circus comes to our city. A circus doesn't come just owner. Circus comes to the owner, his paraphernalia, his all the equipment. In the same way, when Krishna manifests either in the Kali Yuga or any other Yuga, he doesn't come alone. He comes with his antaraj, paraphernalia, his devotees, his parts, and everything comes. In the same way, in our Kali Yuga, Mahaprabhu came with our great Nityananda Prabhu. Right? Nityananda Vadute Indurasuda Prana Vallava Janava Jivida Padahi Krishna Prema Prada Prabhu. This is the Nityananda Prabhu. We celebrate Nityananda Trayadashi, and without Nityananda Prabhu mercy, we cannot get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu is none other than Sri Balram. And Advaita Acharya, because of Advaita Acharya's request, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. and Gadadhar Pandit, is no other than Srimati Radharani. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita Lila explained that every day in Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit, and Srivas is Narada Muni. So when Mahaprabhu came, he did not come alone, he came with associates, and to preach the special significance of chanting Hare Krishna. Right? That is what our whole Gaudiya Vaishnavism is based upon. The chanting is the crux of it. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He came with his associate. The appearance of Lord Chaitanya is both significant and confidential, right? Significant. Why? Because Kali Yuga is so much fallen. We needed some incarnation of Supreme Lord to come, advent, and give some solution to the problem that has been given. And confidential. The next chapter explains was the confidential why Mahaprabhu came. He can be appreciated only by few devotees, only through the process of devotional service. Abhijananti Mahamoda. We can only know the appearance of Mahaprabhu's greatness to the process of devotional service. The Lord tried to conceal his identity as a Supreme Lord by representing himself as a devotee. That is one of his missions. He doesn't want to reveal his identity, maybe 2 to 3 devotees, as I said before. But he is still sometimes called significantly the concealed descendant, Channavatara Kali Yuga. Yeah. Any volunteer, next paragraph, please?
Sure, Prabhuji, I will go ahead. Advaita Acharya was a contemporary of Lord Chaitanya's father. He felt sorry for the condition of the world because even after Lord Krishna appearance, no one had interest in devotional service to Krishna. This forgetfulness was so overwhelming that Advaita Prabhu was convinced that no one but Lord Krishna himself could enlighten people, but devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Therefore, Advaita requested Lord Krishna to appear on Lord Chaitanya. Offering tulsi leaves and Ganges water, he cried for Lord's appearance. The Lord, being satisfied by his pure devotees, descends to satisfy them. As such, being pleased by Advaita Acharya, Lord Chaitanya appeared.
Look at that, how beautiful that is. A sincere, pure devotee of the Lord can request Lord to come and play the role. How Advaita Acharya became instrumental. And we all have to play glories to Advaita Acharya. Because of him, we are all saved. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advented because of his request. Pure devotee. And he did a puja like, Taligram Shila, Tulsi leaves, and Ganges water. He cried for the Lord. That is the what you call sadhus. They look for the what they can do best for the human society. That's what is happening. His few devotees descends to satisfy them, as well as Acharya appeared here. Okay, so I just want to focus few here, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like his Sankirtana movement in Bengal, okay, how that is influenced with the whole India, because whole India has been fully, even if now also, especially because of Prabhupada and ISKCON, we are being saved, whole Mayavadam spread like a disease. If you go to north, Prakashananda Saraswati, if you go to south, we have a lot of Mayavadam is there too. But because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's advent, that most of the Mayavadam has been eradicated, but still we have a lot. So that's one of the advents. That's one of the reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advented. That's one of the reasons, okay? So what we will do, and now we have seen that reasons, why external reasons is to save this condition to soul in the material world. And also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Krishna promised that wherever there's a decline of religious principles, I would come and save the world. And he has given Nama Sankirtana, right? Why is so important in Nama Sankirtana in the Kali Yuga? I will just discuss for 5 minutes there. Our great Acharya Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains beautifully in Jaiva Dharma, right? Jaiva Dharma explains that Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinnatvam Namamanamina. So that tenet, that shloka has been seriously taken into consideration in Kali Yuga, that Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Nama, name of Krishna, is very powerful. Why? In the Kali Yuga, Krishna came in the form of name. Kalikala Nama Rupe, Krishna Avatar. and Krishna came in the Nama Rupa. Why? Because when Krishna went back to his abode, and he thought, I could have given better thing to this devotees, especially in Kali Yuga, that is Mahamantra, and he gave it. And he said that anyway, I would invest all my energies in the Nama, Guna, Rupa, Leela. Name, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Lord. So that's why it is Abhinnatvam Nama Namino. There's no difference between Nama and Namino, person and name. In the material world, a person is different from the name. A person is different from the name. In the spiritual world, it's absolute word. Name of Krishna is not different from form of Krishna. Actually, the name of Krishna is more merciful than form of Krishna in Kali Yuga. Why? Because Krishna has invested Nama Guna Rupa Leela in the name of Krishna. Nama means name, form, qualities, pastimes. And when you advance in your process of bhakti level, when you go to level of after under nivritti process is cleared, then the bhava, asakti, attachment comes, nishtha comes. Then the bhava and prema level, you can sit in your apartment complex while chanting the name of Krishna. You can participate in Goloka Vrindavan, the pastimes of Krishna. That powerful name of Krishna is, because the Nama, there's no difference between name and form of Krishna. That's the reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and started Nama Sankirtan. Anybody can do a chanting. That's why he said, Nam Namakari Bahuta Nijasarva Shakti Tatrapita Nimita Smaranena Kala. Nam Namakari. All the names of energies of Krishna has been invested in a Nam. It's, if you're most of your electronics and computer geeks, I would say a chip. A chip is like a integrated circuit. These are IC circuits. In IC circuits, we have millions of connections in a small chip. That is what we have been becoming good day by day. How small the chip is, how many connections we can have in the chip. Same way, Mahamantra is a chip for us. All the invested Krishna's energies, pastimes, Nama Guna Rupa Leela in the Mahamantra, name of Krishna. And it's a microchip. When you take that microchip, use advantage, you get all the connections like microchip integrated circuits will give you. You can have a relationship with Krishna. You can go back to Krishna Loka, or you can have pastimes of Krishna. You can visit. You can see the pastimes of Krishna by sitting in your apartment. That microchip has been given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Kali Yuga. Nama Sankirtana. Congregational chanting. Beautifully when we have chantings in our temples, etc., people start and dancing and ecstatic symptoms, because the name of Krishna is not different from Krishna in Kali Yuga. That's what it is. That's the reason, some of the reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and he gave Nama Sankirtana movement in this. So I'm telling you, I'm just emphasizing devotees. There's no other, as Brihad Bharatiya Purana explains, Harinama eva kevalam kalau nasteva gatiranyata. There is no other better shelter than Mahamantra, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu propagated in the form of Sankirtana movement. That is what we have to take into consideration, meditate upon that in these 3-4 days of festivities of Govardhan Mahaprabhu. And we are so lucky we celebrate 2 days and fully focus on chanting the glories of Krishna, fully services to Krishna. That is recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. These are the reasons why he came for the external appearance of Mahaprabhu. Okay, so I'll go to internal reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Okay, before I go there, do you have any questions on this external appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Why we have to do chanting? What is the significance of chanting? And also, I forgot, you can have relationship with this chanting. Revelation, as you progress in the path of bhakti, you can realize your Swarupa Siddhi. Who are you in the spiritual world? What is your role in the spiritual world? That's why Prabhupada ends every paragraph, every shloka, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada ends with 2 things. That's my observation. One, he says, a person who is involved in Krishna consciousness will go back home to Godhead. This back home word is very, very significant here. What's the back home means? When we go to some shopping complexes, kids say, I want to go home, I want to go home. Why? Because they feel comfortable when they come home. They feel comfortable when they come home. You feel comfortable, you go to some other yatra and all those places like India, this one, that one. When you come back your own home, oh my gosh, I'm feeling so relaxed in my home. That is what Prabhupada means. Back to Godhead means our eternal home, where we originally belong to. That is the place we have to plan to go there. Not from this place, that place, that place. All the temporary places. What is that Chaitanya Charanda explains? Brahmanda Brahmate Kone Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasada Vaye Bhaktilata Bij. Brahmanda Brahmate. We have been going one place, this could be my house, or this could be my house, this could be my house. Maybe Janarloka is my house, Pitraloka is my house, Patalaloka is my house, maybe Brahmaloka is my house. We have been going one house to other species to one species. We have been wandering. But unless we get the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we cannot finish our journey back home to Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. Always Krishna says, in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Gopakumar is going to Lord Sri Krishna and he goes planet to planet, and Lord Sri Krishna is waiting there for his arrival. And when Gopakumar arrives, Krishna puts his hand, my dear Gopakumar, why it has took so long for us to come to me? I've been waiting you for so long. Look at the mercy of Krishna. For every one of us, Krishna is waiting with his two hands to us. Hey, my dear son, my dear daughter, please come to me. I've been waiting for you. I took so many incarnations. I gave so many ways, but still you are not realizing. You have been entangled in this material life after life. And you are thinking that's the real place of your home, but you're changing your home every month. Of course, every month in the sense every 100 years, Brahma scale. 1 month is one tiny fraction of the second. We have been, in Kali Yuga, I came here. Let me go to this Satyaloka, Brahmaloka, Taparloka, Janarloka. Let me go to, I didn't find anything interesting. Let me go down and Upathalaloka, this loka, that loka. I did not find. Again, you come back. This Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam is going on, but we are not realizing where we belong and where we are supposed to go. And that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave a love of God, because we have been taught since childhood fear of a God in India. God, don't do this, don't do this. All don'ts have been taught about God, but do's have been not taught. That's only Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because of their mercy, what we can do for Lord. Lord is not so cruel, He's going to punish you. Without devotion also, he had everything. You come to America, you have a big building, cars. Without devotion, do you think God is so cruel? When you go to God, he's going to punish you? Because we have been taught that negativity about the God. But only Prabhupada, he gave love. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave love of God. You can love God. So love of God has been there. That is what Mahaprabhu's advent in Kali Yuga. He gave Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave that love of Godhead. No other incarnation has given to us. This is the importance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. Mahavadanyaya, Krishna Prema Pradayate. He gave Krishna Prema to us devotees. That's how it's important, Yeah, I have only 20 more minutes before I go to the next one. Anybody has any questions here about Mahaprabhu's advent and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, congregational chanting, these questions? Anyone, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I don't have question, but wonderful class as usual. You engage us in the conversation and discussion. Just wanted to mention, like even Srimad Bhagavatam also, Shukadeva Goswami mentioned, Kalir Doshi Nidhe Rajan, Asti Eko Mahan Guna, Kirtanat Eva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Paramaja. So everywhere it's about chanting and Naam. So just wanted to share that.
Yeah, I have this. Krishna, let us repeat this sloka, all of us to repeat after me. Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishnam.
Krishna
Varnam Trisha Krishnam.
Sango Pangarsha Parshadam.
Sango Pangarsha Parshadam.
Yajna Sankirtana Prayais.
Yajnaya Sankirtana Praya
Yajanti hi sumedashaha.
Janti hi Sumedashaha.
Satyabhamataji, can you recite? We'll repeat after you.
Sure, Prabhuji. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam
Krishna
Varnam
Varnam
Tvisha
Krishna
Krishnam
Tango Pangasra Parshadam
Sango Pangastra Parshadam
Yajne Sankirtana Praye
Yajnaya Sankirtana Praya
Yajanti hi Sumedhasaha.
Yajanti Sumedhasaha.
Translation by Prabhupada Kiye. Please repeat after me. In the age of Kali,
In the age of Kali,
intelligent persons
Intelligent
perform congregational chanting
perform congregational chanting
to worship the incarnation of Godhead,
worship the incarnation of Godhead,
who constantly sings the names of Krishna,
who constantly sings the names of Krishna,
although his complexion is not blackish,
although his complexion is not blackish,
is Krishna himself.
Krishna himself
Is accompanied by his associates,
is accompanied by his associates,
servants, weapons, and confidential companions.
servants, weapons, and confidential companions.
Yeah, in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna killed demons like Shishupal, Dantavakra, Sudarshan Chakra, etc. But when come to Kali Yuga, everybody is sinful. We all are sinful. Because of our sinful action only, we took birth in this Kali Yuga. If there's a case, then he has to kill everyone. That is what when Nityananda Prabhu reminds Lord Chaitanya when he's about to kill Jagai, when he does reach the Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu, he says, don't do that, Mahaprabhu. Your advent is, in Kali Yuga, everybody is a sinful person, right? And that's the reason why he came with the weapons. What are the weapons in Kali Yuga he came? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
associates.
Weapons are Kartal, Mridanga. Exactly. And servants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, Sarva Damodar Maharaj. And we are also kind of, servants here serving Mahaprabhu's mission. The associates, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, and confidential companions, all our Goswamis of Vrindavan. Confidence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially Rupa Sanatana Goswami has been instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Varanasi for 15 days confidentially. And he bestowed his mercy on both of them. And they produced a voluminous literature of Sandidha Madhava, Vidikta Madhava, Guru, nectar of instruction, nectar of devotion, and Harinam Chintamani. No, that's the conversation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and that's a different one. So many literatures came out of those confidential associates of Vrindavan, 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. So this is what you call the greatest contribution in the incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. A person can take up this Maha Mantra and simply go back to Godhead. That is what the importance of this munificent incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No other incarnation could have given this one. Okay, and here, and look at that. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons. Because we are all claim to be, I am a this developer, that developer, I know this program, I am the smartest, I am CEO, I am a DEO. Doesn't matter, Prabhupada writes beautifully that, end of the day, birth, death, old age, disease, nobody can escape. Prabhupada says scientists are rascals because we have no concept of the life, basically. What's end of the life? And look at that in the age of Kali. Intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship incarnation of God. Okay, this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. And he is not blackish because there's a reason why he assumed the form of Srimati Radharani. Those are the internal reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. As I said, he wanted to feel the ecstatic symptoms of the devotee. because Srimati Radharani is the highest devotee, the supermost devotee of Lord Sri Krishna, highest devotee, and she serves Krishna continuously without non-interruption. And by the way, for Mataji's, I want to tell one story that Radharani never ever cooks same dishes for Krishna. And how many Matajis can you do? I don't know. Sajjava Mataji, you should comment on that one. She never.
Our kitchen is Radharani's kitchen. We are trying, so we are thinking like Radharani's.
Okay. Of course, now the presence of Ramananda Prabhu, all his glories. He is such a, Ramananda. He's engaging everyone. Glories to him. Okay, so yeah, so that is the devotion Radharani has for Krishna. She never cooks same dish. No, otherwise, if you ask Mataji spoke, okay, aloo, bonda, aloo, baigan, aloo, everything aloo. It's not like that. Srimati Radharani cooks not a same dish again in her life for Krishna. That invent. That's why she is called Nitya Navina. Nitya Navina. Every day new Srimati Radharani. She is. And is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, confidential companions. Look at that, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came for external reasons. He came with all the weapons. Devotees, we have been given by our divine Prabhupada, which we don't deserve it. As I said yesterday in the class, we have a zero face value, but Prabhupada and Gurus have given us, though we don't deserve, they gave it to us. We should know how to utilize it. Yes, if you utilize it, you are done forever. You don't have to again come back. As Prabhupada said, you go back home to Godhead without any problem. You never worry about Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. Right? Because we think it's a fun to take, we have taken millions of lifetimes before. We are coming. What is Parikshit Maharaj says? Punaha charvita charvananam. Chewing the chewed. Prabhupada gives example of that Ganna, what is Ganna in the English? Sugar cane. You put one time in the machine, sugar comes. You drink, so tasty. You put second time, little juice comes. You put third time, fourth time, juice nayata. We taken so many lifetimes. Okay, first lifetime we enjoyed so much. You take second lifetime, same thing. You have to go to LKG, UKG, 10th class, degree again. Patna, you have to go to New York City every day for work. Again, you have to come back. Again, you have to do again LKG, 10th class, 10th class again. Again, you come back. Again, 10th LKG, UKG, 10th class again. Again, you have to learn Java programming. You have to apply for it. We have been repeating this so many million times. Are you not tired? Punaha charvita charvanana. We are seeing what else would come, where I would find happiness, where happiness doesn't exist at all. We are looking. See, when we are trying to be happy in the material world, we are challenging Krishna. Krishna said, Dukkhalayam Ashvashvatam. Krishna said that you cannot be happy. Krishna, manufacturer of this world, is giving guarantee that you cannot be happy, but we are finding happiness. It means that we are challenging Krishna. No, Krishna, you are not right. Let me find happiness here. Okay, let me go to America. Let me find happiness. Let me go, America is not right. Let me go to India. Again, no, I'm not finding. So we're challenging Krishna when Krishna said, Dukkhalayam Ashvashvatam, Napnuvanti Mahatmana, Samsiddhim Paramam Katha. Come to my dear beta. I gave the solution to your problems. Why you are looking for happiness where happiness doesn't exist at all? That's why Mahaprabhu came. My dear sons and daughters, you are all tired here. I'll come with a simple solution. So, there is no simpler solution than this one. You all can come back to me. He gave Maha Mantra. All together, unmute and chant Maha Mantra one time, please. All together. 3 times, loudly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
How hard this can be. 16 syllables. He gave the best 3 words, Hare Krishna Rama. 3 words can give solution to 4 problems. What is that? Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. How big problems those are. But simple 3 words, Hare Krishna Rama, will take away those problems from the devotees. And we have a problem doing that one. I said, no, Prabhuji, I cannot get tired. Only I can do chanting while driving. I can do only chanting while looking at TV. I can only do chanting while watching my WhatsApp messages. Can't you spend time for Krishna? He has given everything. 1.5 hour time exclusively for Krishna's chanting. We have a problem here. We have to fix it. Krishna Mahaprabhu has given most easiest way. If you are not following this easiest process, going back, making your life successful, I don't know what words we have to say that. And look at that. 8.4 million species, we don't know where we end up. It's a risky factor. We are diseased condition in the material world. We are not realizing that fact. Mahaprabhu has seen that. Krishna has seen that. He came as a Namo Mahavadanyaya. Let me give the more, these are the most fallen. Let me give the easiest solution he has given Mahaprabhu. And still we don't find time. We have excuses. We come, most of the people come to this temple, they start chanting in the temple while listening kirtan. That's not the recommended way. Exclusive time for Krishna is chanting. While listening kirtan, they start chanting. Focus one at a time. That's not recommended. Either you hear full Nama Sankirtana or do your chanting. They think they're smarter than Krishna. Let me manipulate time this way. Let me chant, let me hear Krishna. I get bored. You get zero benefit out of it. Don't act smart with Krishna. Don't act smart with Krishna. Period. Does Krishna doesn't know what you're doing? He's present as super soul in your Atma. He is present in your body as super soul. He's watching everything, what you're doing. So, dear devotees, I'm not trying to chastise anyone. I'm just telling how important our Gaudiya Sampradaya, what we have been got from Mahaprabhu and Prabhupada and our gurus. Don't take it very seriously. Look at that, how our gurus are showing art of dying. We go to art of living classes to enjoy in this material world where we are not guaranteed to live 100 years. Master in art of dying. Look at that, Radha Makana Swami Maharaj. He's mastering art of dying. Not even without one day, without 1 minute, without Krishna's name. Look at our parampara, how great our parampara, how they are showing the examples, living examples in front of our eyes. We are seeing how Kadambakana Swami Maharaj is mastering art of dying. Vishnu Pitamaha showed art of dying. Najamila showed art of dying, how we die, how remember Krishna at the time of death. That is what we have mastered. That is what Mahaprabhu gave us. Nobody had given in the past. He gave mellows to Krishna, whatever way you want attracted, Vasalya Bhav, Madhurya Bhav, Shantaras, Dasyaras. He gave all the relationships also. Yeah, various avenues have been given to go to Krishna simply by chanting his Nama Sankirtana. That is what given to us. We have been given like a golden gem is given to us, even though we don't deserve it. We all know that Sanatana Goswami, Shiva Bhakta and Sanatana Goswami story, right? We all know that. And Sanatana Goswami, Shiva Bhakta, I think, Shiva Bhakta, Lord Shiva sent him to go. Sanatana Goswami here, the most affluent thing. And Sanatana Goswami, he puts one of the diamonds outside his garbage, and this Shiva Bhakta comes and he sees, okay, Sanatana Goswami is a garbage. Diamond in the garbage, it means we must be having something more inside. Then he says, he knocks the door of Sanatana Goswami. That Shiva Bhakta asks, Sanatana Goswami, you have a diamond here in the garbage, means you must be having something more precious in the house. He says, yeah, I have more precious thing. First, you take this diamond or whatever, go and throw a nearby river, come back, I'll give you most important thing in your life. And this Shiva Bhakta thinks, oh my gosh, he has a diamond, means he must be having emeralds inside. I'll get emeralds later. And he goes nearby tree, nearby river, he throws that. He comes back. Sanatana Goswami invites him inside and he gives Harinam Diksha. This is what the jewel is. Devotees, here we have to realize what Krishna has, what Prabhupada and what our Guru Varga and what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us. Most precious jewel they have given us. All our life, everything is zero without Krishna and his Nama. Everything is a zero. Our big house is a zero. Bank balance is a zero. Our family is a zero. But number one is Krishna. When you put that number one in front of 1 0, that becomes 10. Put that one in front of 2 zeros, that becomes 100. Put one in front of 3 zeros, that becomes 1,000. That one has a value placement of one. That is Krishna in our life. So dear devotees, my humble request to all of you, I know I cannot do physical services all you are doing, but you're all be engaged in our great Namananda Prabhu. All glories to him, and serve the temple and take the association of the devotees and take chanting seriously. That's the only will save at the end of the life. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Maiva Kevalam. That's the only shelter for our living. And look at our Kadhamakana Swami Maharaj. He's taking shelter of any bank balance or anything. He's taking the shelter of pure holy names of Krishna. That's the only thing saves us from this world. Really, I'll stop here. And I did not prepare much for this class. Just whatever come to my mind, I spoke. And forgive me if I had done any offenses to anyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Govardhan Bhakta Prabhu. Simple but sublime. The crux of the matter is the chanting of the holy name. Well said. Anyone has questions for Prabhu? Please go ahead if anyone has questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, wonderful class as always. My question, which I have asked several years back also, but still I have not got a satisfactory answer, is that, so we always talk about Lord Chaitanya's mercy and Nityananda Prabhu's mercy and Kali Yuga, why he took Avtara. But like with most of us, when we were in India, we were growing up, we never heard the name of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? Till we got into ISKCON. So if he's here in Kali Yuga to distribute mercy, like unlimited mercy and without differentiating, why is it? And it's so difficult even now to explain to others and even to our own family members, because they just think that, he's like, oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They just, like think it's so never heard of, like something like that. So why? And the answer I got long time back is that because he came as a hidden Avtara, Channa Avtara, right? Something like that.
Correct.
And so now, but that I am associating with what you explained today is the concealed, why Krishna came, concealed. So that's why that's why he was called hidden Avtara, right?
Yes.
But this was the answer I got for my question long time when I asked, why people back in India still don't know about him. Why is that? If he especially is like so merciful and like we know in ISKCON, yes, about what the significance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. But why everybody doesn't know? Because he came specially for that reason, to distribute mercy, to tell us that this is the only Harinam Sankirtan is the only thing that you can save us. So if you could just shed some light on that.
Sure, Mataji. I'll give answer, but I don't know whether the correct answer or not. But whatever I read, whatever I realized so far, yes, Mahaprabhu is a Chanavatar, he's a hidden incarnation. There could be several reasons, okay? Because in India, especially even Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami had tried so much to revive whole Vaishnavism, because everything was fallen down, so much Mayavadam was there, and especially Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami, we call Lion Guru, boldly he came and he re-established the Vaishnavism and Gaudiya Vaishnavism, etc. A lot of Mayavadam was there, it roots up in India, and it may take some time to eradicate that, and that is what our ISKCON is trying very hard in India now to propagate the Mahaprabhu's mission. Okay, and that's one of the reasons. It takes time; it doesn't happen overnight. That could be one of the reasons. Second reason, what I think is, coming to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is not an easy one. I'll take one shloka from Bhagavad Gita. I'll explain what Krishna says. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapatyate vasudevam sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. So coming to, for example, we could have been one of those members who have not known Chaitanya, but we came to know because of our piety, our sukruti also. So if people are not knowing because they did not have enough credits to come to this platform, they may come after next life or next several lifetimes. So the majority, see, Krishna also yogi nam sarvesham vadgate nantaratmana. Out of millions of people, etc., only 1% reaches me. So that takes time for people to understand and take this fun, to understand who Mahaprabhu is. So that's the reason why our ISKCON is having so many programs in India, mercifully give the name of Mahaprabhu to all the devotees. And maybe 10 years down the road, we will see more people knowing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you started 10 years back, not many people know. And now 10 years compared now, many people know. 10 years down the road, maybe 50% population would know who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his importance would be. So those are the two coming to my mind at this point, Mataji. Yeah, and we have senior devotees here like Namratananda.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for
Ramananda
explaining.
Prabhu, or anyone, please shed some light if you have any other opinions on this one. Yeah, that's what I think. Time has to come for everyone. Time will come. But even in our case, our kids are so fortunate. They have been involved since childhood. They have more strong fundamentals than us. Even sometimes we also still think Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. We'll get in our mind. Nothing wrong in that because our conditioned, and also we have been not since childhood, but if our kids, they have strong faith that Mahaprabhu is Krishna. But as we have some background still, and sometimes here and there doubts comes. But then we go to Shastra and we clarify that one. So it's an evolutionary process.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much, Prabhu. What a wonderful class. Please excuse my voice. I have a sore throat. I can share Arumapad Maharaj's response to this question Mataji had. So he explained Krishna's name, fame, paraphernalia, everything, right? It comes through his mercy. Mercy is like sunshine. Sunshine is available to everybody. But to get sunshine, you need to step out into the sunshine. However, because of our conditioning, which is the ignorance, etc., we are all sitting voluntarily locked up in the basement. It's all dark. So it is our free will which makes us sit in the basement. However, when a guru comes or an institution like ISKCON, it is like holding your hand and climbing the stairs and taking you out into the sunshine. So what has happened is Mahaprabhu, his name, his fame, his glory, just knowing about him itself can deliver us. That is sunshine, the mercy, all over. The sun doesn't discriminate whether you're qualified, unqualified, rich or poor, whatever be your background. It will give you that sunshine. But we are the ones who choose to sit in our dark basement of ignorance. And Prabhupada and other acharyas and the ISKCON institution, we can consider it as the stairs, and these gurus are holding our hand and pulling us out of the darkness and bringing us into sunlight. So that's how Maharaj's explanation. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very nice explanation, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for sharing. Hari Bol.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, it has various angles to look at, and it is very difficult to understand this confidential subject matter. So, especially when we understand that bhakti is not so easy to obtain. We can easily obtain dharma, artha, kama, moksha, but bhakti, Krishna prema cannot be obtained. Let us understand that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come in the mood of who? Srimati Radharani. Can Sukadeva Goswami speak about Srimati Radharani? No, he couldn't speak. It is confidential. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the mood of Srimati Radharani, how can he proclaim himself? He wants to understand the mood of a devotee, what bhakti is. What are we learning from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes? Go back to the pastime of when this tribal lady jumped on the climb on the shoulders of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What did Mahaprabhu do? Mahaprabhu was in the internal mood. Bhakti is of the internal mood of our consciousness. So that's why it cannot be proclaimed. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the internal mood, he didn't even realize that a person went on his shoulders to see Lord Jagannath at the Garuda Stamba. But when he came out, when he came out from that consciousness, when Govinda told a lady, get down, what you are doing, it is a great offense to put your leg on the Garuda and top of it on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is the greatest offense. Then Mahaprabhu came out from the his external consciousness, internal consciousness to external consciousness. Then he forbade Govinda, don't chastise her. Rather, I want to take the dust because I don't have that eagerness to see Lord like that. So I want to take her dust. Even though Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very much strict in his dealings with coming in touch or even to hear anything from women. But here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing that the one must be absorbed in the internal mood. So इसलिए हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं, भक्ति हमारा पॉकेट में नहीं आता है, Guru or Krishna. So that's why Guru carries the potency of Srimati Radharani. Guru carries the potency of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. The Chit Shakti you need. And the Krishna Krupa Shakti is pleasing the Krishna senses. No one can obtain. That's why Guru is heavy. That's why you cannot understand the subject matter. You cannot understand unless we please the Guru and Krishna senses. That is why it is confidential. That when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared himself, no one could understand. Even Nityananda Prabhu's his position, no one could understand when he was there. So because it is confidential, and then only as a bhakti, as internal. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu want to show he himself is relishing that mood of Srimati Radharani, how she is relishing, how a devotee relishes, always trying to please Krishna's senses, how much eagerness without looking for any benefits. Yugayitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrushayitam sunyayitam jagat sarvam govinda virayam. It is a deep subject matter, dear devotees. It just cannot be understood in one day. That's what I will put it as.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam, all glory to Srila Prabhupada. Just wanted to share my personal experience, Prabhuji. Like before marriage, I was having Margadarshak Guru, and in his ashram, he was having Bhagavat Katha. And I was being in America. I could not join anytime, but my parents are becoming Yajman there. And one day, like I asked him, what is Bhagavat Katha? And he just laughed over the phone. And from that point, continuously 24/7 Bhagavat Katha is going on. Means through Shiksha Gurus, through Lal Govind Prabhuji's Katha, or we are just all Matajis, we are discussing about all these things. So I just believe that Guru's mercy, that yoga should come, because 12 years we were in touch with him, but I never asked. And suddenly that point, I just asked, and after that I just connected to ISKCON and got so many Shiksha Gurus. They had such a nice congregation association. Every time we are just relishing the nectar of glories of Krishna through Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita or Chaitanya Charitamrita, everything. So I think it is Guru's Kripa, we get Krishna, and Krishna's mercy, we get Guru. So that, like Amritananda Prabhuji also mentioned, sunshine is everywhere. Same thing in the class, teacher teaches, same thing. But some people, some students, they get more benefit. and other they don't. So like that, means in India also, so many nice channels are there, Sanskar, Asta. When last year I was in India, I was just looking at people. So such a nice things are going on, but they want to watch this nonsense serials. So why? Because their time didn't come yet. So we should, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's um, moment is like that. We have to give mercy. We have to tell them. Just at least give the Maha Mantra. And it really works, Prabhuji, because of Guru's Kripa. And we are so fortunate. We have such a nice congregation. Every time we have so many services. Just watching the devotees also, we get mercy. So it's just Guru Kripa and Krishna Kripa. I believe that. Sorry if I said something wrong.
No, Mataji, you're sharing your heart. That's nice. Thank you so much for sharing.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, if no further questions, we will.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dhanwad from all Guru Prabhupada, all Guru Govardhan Prabhuji, and all devotees. Very nice class, Prabhuji. You give very nice detail about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mercy. Prabhu, I have one question. We know that the mercy is everywhere, but being a receiver, like the signals are everywhere, but the particular the device only receiving the signals. So how do we understand how to activate our device to receive this signal properly? Is coming properly, or some disturbance through is coming some disturbance, or is affecting us or not?
Oh, it's like a science question. That's nice scientific question. So I think I don't know. I just want to give what I think that receiving the signals or receiving the mercy or receiving the the processing of information is very important, right? The processing of information based upon two things. One is our elevation, how much we have, how much our consciousness is elevated to receive those signals, how we can process that information, right? Because there is always Praman is there. Sadhu Shastra, Guru Praman is there. And when you receive a signal, that signal should be verified against these three. Is it aligned with Sadhu Shastra Guru? Any information, any signal you receive, if that is not aligned with these three things, we don't accept it. That's Praman, Sadhu Shastra Guru. So if you get a signal, is that signal according to Sadhu Shastra, Bhagavad Gita, or Prithim Charitamrita? Okay, is that information or the signal is authentic, correct, coming from the correct source? Because a lot of people give if you go to India, everybody gives instructions, nobody follows. Everybody is a preacher, nobody follows. Is that coming from the proper source? Source is proper. Is that aligned with Shastra and Sadhu and Guru? We can, if you have a guru, we can inquire with guru, this information I got, is it correct or not? So, our senior devotees. So we have to process that way. We cannot completely reject or we cannot accept before accepting anything. Of course, four regulatory principles, what Prabhupada given, no doubt about those are given. But beyond that, anything comes, we have to discuss with senior devotees, spiritual masters, Sadhu Shastra, Guru. These are the pramans. We need to what you call apply against them and see if they are within that limits. Otherwise, we don't take it just like that blindly. That's my answer for you. Maybe if anybody has any different answer, please. And did that answer your question, Jagdish Prabhuji?
Yeah, Prabhu. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to understand. Okay, this is the one way. But like a receiver also should have a self-check.
Yes.
Affecting on me, the channel coming proper, like there is no humming or no disturbance, the mercy is there. So I'm receiving it properly, is affecting me, or I'm affecting using some disturbance, is going to take some time. Like I'm the blocker this mercy, or I'm receiving his proper mercy, the way I should receive it.
No, but before receiving also, because with our mental concoction, something which is pleasing to us, that is also we think, but we don't know what is pleasing to us, may not be according to Shastra. So we should be very careful because our consciousness has to be elevated. First of all, Sadhu Shastra Guru with senior devotee. Sometimes, somebody gives instruction, this is good to me, but our consciousness level is not in such a way to say that is a good. We have to apply always Sadhu Shastra Guru and senior devotees and spiritual master. Sometimes it's pleasing to you, but they're not be according to Shastra. It's affecting you. Somebody gave me daily 2 gulab jams, I'm eating, I'm tasting, nice. But not as per Shastra, the diabetic patient, they cannot take that. So that's why you have to verify per Shastra. Yeah. If anybody has better answer, please go ahead.
So thank you so much for sharing.
Sure. Yeah.
Hare Krishna,
Yeah.
Prabhuji. Dhanavad.
Understood.
I have a question, Prabhuji.
Who is this?
This is Srinivas, Prabhuji.
Srinivas. Srinivas Prabhu, yeah. Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thanks for the very nice class. And I have a basic question, Prabhuji. Basically, we know Ajamala story and we know Narayana is the mantra which it saved his life and going to the lordships or supreme Godhead. But before coming to the ISKCON itself, I know we used to have our mantra like Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So that's what we learned as when we are in the childhood. But when we came to Krishna consciousness, ISKCON, the mantra is kept as Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So like this is actually devised or proposed or given by Lord Chaitanya, Prabhuji. So if some other person comes and says, this is my mantra, how we have to carry which one is the actual source of the potency and which is actually the supreme lordship. I know I believe Krishna, but at the same time, which mantra has to take it up? I know now I'm taking Krishna's mantra, but there are some questions which came from my friends. So I'm just putting this, Prabhuji. Sorry if I'm actually...
No. I mean, Prabhuji, we are really a group discussion, nothing to say sorry. And if I have questions, I'll also pose it. There's nothing to say sorry. You're asking genuine question, which you have been facing outside. Nothing wrong in that. Don't say sorry. You're asking right thing. Okay, you're doing right thing, Prabhuji. Don't say sorry. Okay, and this question also, as you said, we have grown up in South India and we know that Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. That is how we have been taught since childhood. I understand completely. Okay, see, Prabhuji, as I just answered, again, senior devotees who know more than me, welcome to answer this question. But my understanding is that as I said again, Bhagavad Naradiya Purana, if you look at that, in that it is mentioned as Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That is the source, okay? So what happens is that when these mantras comes, lot of mental concoctors is there, okay? And they take mantra whichever they want it, okay? And that's the one thing. And we always said we had to follow Sadhu Shastra Guru. And our Guru in ISKCON is Prabhupada. Prabhupada has started that way. And certain mantras are that way. Why that way? Mantra is meant that way. We cannot say why Bhagavatam Shloka is Krishna Varnam Shah Krishna, why second line cannot come first. These mantras have a potency because these mantras are not ordinary things. They have a energy invested by Lord Sri Krishna and especially Hare Krishna Mahamantra because Nama Guna Rupa Leela is there. That's the way that has to be chanted. Okay. Second thing is that whether you say Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. After 2 rounds of this chanting, it doesn't matter whether it's Hare Rama first or Hare Krishna first, it's a repetition of the syllables. Okay, for example, we're chanting 10 rounds, for example. Okay, I'll start Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So the repetition is there. There's nothing to be bothered about which comes first. There's a second way I take it. First way is sadhus, whatever Shastra says. Second way is people mental concoct and come way. Even if you say Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, when you repeat the mantra, you're repeating all 16 syllables. Maybe, I don't, actually, as per Madhya Purana, first Hare Krishna has to come. If this is coming and we are chanting, that is also not, I don't think Krishna takes any offense on that one. As per Shastra, I don't know, but this is general thinking. What, last 20 years of Krishna conscious practice, I don't think that's a big deal. We will ponder too much about on that one. Okay. Again, anybody senior devotees here, please, if you have something light, please throw. That's my way of taking. Don't too much involved in which mantra coming, which the whole meaning is we are chanting 16 syllables of Mahamantra, and mostly in India, we have a lot of philosophers. They think they are greater than Krishna, and they invent these small things. But Bhagavat Naradiya Purana explains beautifully Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. And it doesn't hurt us whether you take Rama's name, Krishna's name first, and we follow some guru. When you follow some guru, whatever he has been taught, we'll take that into consideration. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
I hope.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Prabhupada has said clearly, right? Sampradaya vihi naste mantraste vipulamat. You could receive mantra from anybody and everybody. It could be there as mentioned in the books.
Right.
But it has to be given by the Sampradaya Acharya. What mantra is given is exactly what we have to follow.
Absolutely.
Other mantra was there before, but that doesn't mean when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to meet the Brahmana who was a Rama Bhakta, he was chanting. Sri Rama 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 Iti Rame Rame Manorame Sastranam Tattulyam. Then Mahaprabhu, but he was not getting the same taste and the mellow and that love, he was not getting. Then when Mahaprabhu gave the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, because the Acharya is giving, he was spiritual master and Lord is giving, and then immediately changed. So many years I chanted, but I am not able to get the mercy, how you gave, and now I am able to completely changed. I'm an ecstatic love. So that's why, because anything else you chant, you want to chant Om Namo Narayan, no problem. But you won't be able to get it. What Guru gives, that's what you have to follow. Unless Guru gives, even though you know Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is not going to produce result.
Right.
It is not going to produce the transformation result what you need. Guru has to give. Guru has to chant in the right ear. Gayatri also. Otherwise, Gayatri everybody knows. But they can't get the result. So that's why everything, this is very confidential subject matters. Unless we read Prabhupada books scrutinizingly and here, we can't understand these subjects. So we can't answer questions of others. So let us read Prabhupada books thoroughly. Scrutinizingly, Prabhupada said. Scrutinizingly.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Sorry to ask this question again.
No, that's okay.
Questions has to be asked. But we have to understand what Prabhupada says. Then we'll be able to answer it. If we don't read them, how will we answer? We can't answer it.
As Ramananda Prabhu said that Guru Mukha Padma Vakya, when that comes, because we know Mahamantra, even childhood, it didn't have effect. When it comes through the Guru Mukha Padma Vakya, that has a potency, power. It comes with the full package, Guru Parampara, Guru Varga, all way connected to Krishna. It is switch connected. One switch you put, all the lights close up. That switch is Lord Sri Krishna, connected to Krishna through Guru Parampara. That's the power of it.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Sure.
Okay, I think we will conclude with quick announcement all at 9:24. Thank you very much, Govardhan Bhakta Prabhu, for wonderful narration and detailed explanation, bringing the right essence into the forefront. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
So today evening, the actual Gaur Purnima celebration, part 1 is starting. So we have drama today evening, 7 to 8 after Gaur Arati. So please join. I think Sunday school presentation also is going to happen today, I think. And we'll have Shayan Adivas. Anything you want to bring for Mahaprabhu's offering can be offered today, a cloth or a fruit or whatever. Vegetables or anything you want to bring, you can bring before 8:30 so that can be used to present to the Lord through Srila Prabhupada. 8:30 to 9 we'll have that program, Shayana Adivas. And tomorrow being the main important day, so try to come for Mangalarati if you can. If not, it's all right. Come in the evening, main celebration 6:30 to 9:30. with Abhishek, Siksha vows. If you haven't given your name for chanting, Siksha vows, you don't need to be afraid. One round, whatever rounds you are doing, nothing is going to change. Tomorrow by just taking the vow, something else is going to change. Yes, something will change. That is the mercy and strength you'll get from Lord. That's why we chant. Until you take initiation, we are supposed to take vow, so that we can chant better. We can, by the strength of the Lord. So that's why don't hesitate. Just take it. It's not a big thing. Just take it so that you get the real benefit. So this is the program given by Prabhupada, and let us follow it. Then the next big program, and a lot of services are there. Cooking is starting from 12 p.m. tomorrow, 12 noon. Jay Prakash Prabhu is cooking. Please let us help him, because for 300 or 400 people we are cooking. So a lot of things to be done. So please help if we can. If not, at least in the evening, we'll have a lot of service also as well. So for Abhishek and everything, please help whatever we can. The next upcoming is March 30th is Ram Navami after the Gaur Purnima. So we'll discuss those details later on. But that's it. That's the quick announcement. Govinda's orders, govindasnj.com. You can place your orders there, or you can get it directly in the evening. Sunday evening, we have Govinda's stall at the temple reception. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhasya. Thank you all. We'll see you all in the evening. Sunday feast class is there. So today, please join. Thank you.
Thank you, Gordon.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the nice class. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Guru Sadhu Sastra